All right, everybody, welcome back to another Around the Post podcast where we literally bring you around the post.
Yes, we sure do.
Talking about a lot of really good content today, a lot of different things. Side note.
Pickleball.com comes out. I think they came with their first newsletter. Do you know what one of their segments is called?
Around the Post.
Yes.
Yeah.
Copiers.
I had no idea, actually. I just assumed, but
they just want to copy the best. It's okay.
The goats.
You know, imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. Is that what they say? All right. What were you about to say, sir?
Anyways, welcome back to our podcast.
Number 15.
Few quick things to let you guys know. Our online store is officially open, so we will include that in the description below. So make sure to go check it out. Some really good stuff. Different brands and stuff too, so it's definitely affordable. But then if you want branded stuff, you can also get Nike and other brands like that. So make sure to check it out. Every time you guys buy something, it supports our channel too. So we really appreciate that. But Matthew, let's talk about our topics of the day.
Yes, let's talk about them. So is Ollie going crazy right now?
He wants to get up here. He wants to be part of the show.
I know, he always does. Our main topic today is going to be about mixed doubles, okay? Strategy involving mixed doubles, what we like.
This one's for you, Christian Alshon.
Yep. Christian Alshon, who lost his partner. Now he's teaming up with Rohrabacher instead of Tyra. Is it frustrating to see that kind of play where the guy takes over most of the court? Is it smart to do so? Should you do it? Should you not do it? I'm going to talk about everything involved with mixed doubles. And then we're going to be talking about paddles coming out. Paddletek is releasing a new paddle, which is exciting for them. Their first release in God knows how long.
They already released it.
2 years. I guess you can order it. Yeah, they have released it.
Well, I saw it today.
That's true. They've already sold all the 16 millimeters, so they have released it. And then some other paddles as well that are releasing we'll talk about. Then we'll talk about some PPA and MLP news, some trades going on. I believe the trade deadline is February 15th, so we got a lot of trades going on. Roscoe Bellamy was traded. Pretty big name.
Did you hear that there are some MLP teams for sale?
Do you want to buy one?
Sure. Why not?
Okay.
If
let's do it.
If you guys all buy merch, you guys will make us enough money to maybe buy half a MLP team. It won't be much, but that'd be sweet. I think Minnesota should get an MLP team.
We should.
I really think so. That'd be really cool to see.
They expanded to the Palm Beach Royals as their newest team.
Okay.
MLP.
Okay.
And then they just announced that they're combining some teams, which is really interesting. And some of the players will be dropped to free agency. There's some pretty big names. So
I mean, you and I could be the start of our MLP team. You know, we just need two competent girls. That can carry us.
Well, we don't have two competent guys, so that's not a good start.
Oh man!
Yeah,
all right.
They would need to carry us. And then we have one listener question from the one and only Dave Kretsch, someone who plays in the Wednesday morning group. We like Dave a lot. He's a good guy. He's one of those guys that comes in and actually drills, hits the ball machine, looking to improve. I really appreciate it out of him. Yep. So he's really looking to get better, and he's pretty freaking solid. So
he is solid for sure. He actually started using my boomstick, and he loved it.
Really?
He loved
the elongated
the
or
wide body.
Really?
He liked it. I'm
your own personal one?
Yeah.
Okay. You still have that?
Yeah, well, he has it right now.
Someone was asking about if you had that. I got to think about
Brian Marcus. Was that it?
I think it was Brian Marcus.
He has to buy it for me. And I says the wide
He's going to lowball you. He's going to say $40?
Yeah. He asked for the for the elongated, though. He didn't like the wide body.
Interesting.
So,
okay. He needs that extra whip. Extra snap.
Apparently, I think he should use Inferno.
First of all, he should be using a wide body.
I think so too.
He doesn't need to be using an elongated, I don't think.
Agreed.
The Inferno, oh God, he's too cheap for that. 190 or whatever it is too much for him. He's already looking at Temu boomsticks, so
Is he actually?
he's looking for deals. We'll say that much.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, he's a deal guy. So yeah, we'll jump into the question of the day here. So we got question of the day here is going to be, what is your grip when you hit specific shots? I think honestly, your orientation for your grip is very important in pickleball, because the ball is coming so fast. I think you need to have the correct grip at the correct time. So do you want me to go first on this?
Whatever you want.
I will go first. So what I do is let me get a paddle here. We got the Luz Pro Cannon.
Luz Cannon.
Which I do not use, but I do like this paddle. So this right here would be continental, right? You're shaking hands with the paddle. I, on the other hand, on my serve and forehands, usually hold it around this. Like this. Yeah, interesting, isn't it? This is almost full Western. So like this is continental, right? You flip it all the way around, like this would be full Western right here. Around there. So usually what that provides is you can, so what I do on mine is I come up on the ball and I brush up like that, kind of like that when I hit the ball. And that comes from tennis. When I played tennis, I played full Western. You could also do semi-Western, which sometimes I do as well, where you kind of hold the paddle like sideways, right? So tilt it like that. So again, that's easier to brush up. A continental can be really tough sometimes to brush up on and get max topspin. It's easier when the paddle is already tilted to brush up like this on the ball versus like this, right? You can see the difference there. So that's why I do it. And then when I go to the net, I use continental so that I can easily flip between forehand and backhand like so. Instead of, if I have full Western like that at the net, it's really hard for me to contort my wrist for a backhand at the net. So therefore I go continental, boom, boom. Sometimes I'll even use Eastern, what's called Eastern. That's when you flip it this way. Chris Alshon uses the Eastern grip.
Really?
So, yep. See, he kind of holds it like this. If you watch.
At the net?
Yep. Boom. So he can, backhands are a lot easier Eastern because you're almost already tilted that way. Forehands are a little tougher. You usually have to rotate it for a forehand on Eastern or really contort your wrist, but Eastern's fun too. Sometimes I have it just slightly Eastern when I'm at the net, if I know I'm gonna hit a lot of backhands. So that's how I kind of hold it.
Okay.
My most comfortable grip is Western, just like this, which is super weird. Not a lot of people would have that, but just comfortable for me, so I can snap.
Sure. Whoa, 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 whoa. So this might be a little dumb thing to teach you guys, but I didn't really know what an Eastern and Western grip was until like maybe a few months ago.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just basically whichever paddle, the top of the paddle part that's like closest to you, if you hold it like this. I always think like to the west is to the left, and then Eastern is like that.
Okay.
That's how I figured it. I don't know if that's actually what
That's probably what it
for,
is.
But
yeah,
that's how I figured it out. Because someone asked me, I was like, I don't know. How do I hold mine? I am pretty similar for serves and drives. I hold pretty semi-Western.
Really? I never knew that.
And then at the kitchen, I hold very continental.
Interesting.
Extremely continental the whole time.
That couldn't have been natural. That had to be like a change at some point, right? Did someone like tell you that?
I
or?
always tilted it down. It just always felt better for me because it makes sense to me, like visually, that the paddle has to be
right
angled down to get that topspin.
Yep.
And then the other thing I wanted to talk about too is, something sharp on here.
Oh, is there?
Anyways, what I want to talk about is the paddle in my hand changes all the time. So on serves and drives, I will literally hold it about halfway into my hand. So it like I have about my pinky
is off.
My fourth finger my ring finger could be kind of off, but I definitely hold it very loose. And then that's for drives. And then once I get up to the kitchen, I'll shift it up in my hand like this.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It's because the swing weight's lower, hands feel faster.
But I want as much whip as I can. And it's just natural. Like I don't even think about it. Especially like, and then just if I have two hands on my paddle, I will still go half off like that. So I can fit my other hand. And then I always have one finger like that. So.
For a two-way.
Yeah. What do you do?
For singles, sometimes I'll put the end of my hand off like that. I'll still have my kind of pinky. I won't have my pinky like completely off, but I'll have it kind of on the end there.
Okay.
But usually I just hold it kind of like at the end of the knob like that for anything. I have been toying around with choking up on it at the net.
Like Gabe Tardio.
Hayden does it too.
I kind of want to try that too, but it feels weird.
Hands feel crazy though, like crazy fast. Like you feel so much quicker getting to the ball. But then like hitting a normal, like anything with spin does feel really weird.
Yeah.
You have to definitely work on that. So
yeah, maybe I'll try that out too.
Yeah, I did it pretty much all of last turn at the PPA, choking up on it, and I liked it. But then I was hitting like some easy like shots. I'm trying to put topspin on into the neck just because I'm not used to it. So have to figure that part out. Go Gabe Tardio like.
He literally chokes up so far.
It's crazy. And then he'll like do that for a backhand flick where it's down here. And then he'll flip and do like forehand. Dude, that guy's crazy.
Yeah, it's weird.
The number 1 men's doubles player in the world, apparently, passed up Ben Johns. When I look on the website, they're tied. So I don't know what kind of information they're getting here, but apparently, word on the street is he passed up Ben Johns.
That's what
Gabe
I thought too.
Tardio.
GT.
That's insane.
Well, he plays at every tournament.
He does play every tournament. He plays with Ben Johns, of course, but that's still pretty miraculous.
I mean, winning men's doubles is pretty big.
Huge.
With Andre. That got him quite a few points.
Yeah.
I think the ranking's kind of weird just because I think Ben Johns is still better, but Gabe Tardio plays in more tournaments. So that's kind of why I thought Anna Lee played in Minnesota. I think that if Anna Bright wasn't so close, then Anna Lee wouldn't have came. Because that's why she only did the one event, because
correct.
She knew Anna Bright was tailing her with points and didn't want to get passed up as number 1. So I think it's a little silly, but whatever.
Yeah. And she wanted to experience Minnesota. Clearly. Everyone loved it here. No one got sick. It wasn't cold. It was nice and warm.
It was literally like COVID. It was like a petri dish.
It's crazy.
I got sick. From you, Hayden Patrick Quinn. That's your fault.
Come on, Hayden, my guy. What our topic next pod should be rankings, like our own rankings of doubles. I think that'd be fun.
Okay.
Or question of the day or something. I think that'd be really fun to talk about. Anywho, kind of off topic there. Let's move on to our main topic today, which is mixed doubles. Just pretty much everything that has to do with mixed doubles. How much of the court is too much court? I think this topic is very hot in pickleball right now, given how Christian Alshon basically took over 98% of the courts a lot of the time with their match, and he won because he was just absolutely on fire.
Yep.
Guy was insane. And rumor has it, ooh, that him and Tyra talked about it before their matches, and obviously that was their strategy going into it, is that he would take up a lot of court.
Yeah.
And I don't know. So your face told me you want to talk about this. Go ahead. What do you want to cover right now?
I think that it is a strategy. Whether or not that they discussed it prior to the match, I don't know if I believe that quite fully.
Okay.
I think Tyra is just a really nice lady that's very professional, very good with PR, and will say the right stuff and doesn't really want to throw Christian under the bus. So I think like that type of stuff is, I don't know. It's very different watching on TV versus watching in person. I don't know if I believe Tyra saying like that was the game plan, because and she was saying like she was like visibly upset, and there was an interview and she was like, yeah, that was our game plan. I was visibly upset. I had other things going on in my life. Sure. I can believe that. I can understand that. But at the same time, it's like, okay, well, why didn't you go sit by him during timeouts or talk to him or anything like that? So I don't know. This is like definitely a hot take, but I think that playing that way is kind of stupid.
Is it toxic?
I think I don't think it's I don't mind the play style. I think it's the way that he treats his partners.
You're talking about him specifically.
Christian Alshon specifically.
Okay.
I think that against certain people, it's very strategic. I think if he played Ben Johns, I don't think it'd work. I think since he played Hayden and Anna, like I think it worked pretty well. But at the same time, it's like I always ask myself, like, would you rather win a championship being a D1 basketball player, but you are always on the bench, or would you rather win a D3 basketball championship, but you are the star player? You know, so it's I don't know. Some people are okay with that role player and just being where they're at, but like I compete because I love the game, and I would want that to be in that center, the limelight. You know,
okay, so you never want to be.
I never want to be. Yeah, I don't think it's a bad idea. I just don't want it to be consistently. That is the game plan the whole. I want to be able to carry my own weight.
If we ever do play in a tournament together, I hope you know right now, right here, right now, you will be in the Ernie position.
Yeah, that's fair.
And you need to be okay with that. By the way.
Like winning, yeah, I'll be okay with that. Winning's fun, but it's like, how valuable is it to you to win that?
Right.
Like if you were in Tyra's position, like I would feel good. I'd feel really good for the first week or two that I won, but I'd also feel like unfulfilled, I guess. But everyone's gonna have their own opinion on that. Like people operate differently, and sometimes people just want to win, which is totally okay. But I don't know.
I've never really thought of it from the perspective of the person who's hitting not many balls. I've always thought about it from like the alpha role and taking over the court. So I guess I will go over the Christian Tyra thing real quick. I personally think I believe that was their game plan going into it.
You do.
And here's why. Because rarely did they actually collide.
Sure.
On some shots, maybe, but it was pretty apparent that she would step off at the correct times. So I think they talked about, and she like knew when he was coming over or whatnot. So I think that was somehow discussed or practiced, right? They practice all the freaking time. They practice nonstop. Yeah. So it had to be practiced. And that's just Christian's play style. So anyone like Rohrbacher now playing with him, everyone that plays with him needs to understand they're not going to be taking much court.
Yep.
And what's crazy is that pickleball, it's 20 feet wide. This guy is covering basically 18 feet. Isn't that insane? He's insane, by the way. Like, I don't really like Christian.
I don't either.
As,
but he's a hell of an athlete.
He is on. Watching him in person is crazy. He's so good. And when you do that, too, when you take up so much court, you have not only complete control of the game, but complete control of your speed ups, too. And, like, when you're attacking, you can be right in front of the person.
Sure.
Every time. Like, if that's when your partner speeds up, right, in mixed doubles, a girl, whatnot, then you're kind of waiting for the ball to come to you versus if you're always taking 90+% of the court and speeding those up, it's coming to you.
Yeah.
So you have full control of everything. So I think that's why he does it, and he knows his hands are better than 99% of the world right now.
Do you think
he's crazy?
Those two broke pickleball in terms of like that might be the new meta?
I don't think Ben Johns and Annalise talked about enough. He takes a lot of freaking court. If you watch their matches, he will come over a lot to hit. Yes. Yeah. To hit forehand dinks.
But he's not nearly as aggressive as Alshon.
He's not nearly as aggressive per se. Yep. I would agree with that. I think you'd be surprised if you watched a match in person or like really dissected one of their matches, Ben and Annalie. I think you realize he's a little more aggressive than you think.
Sure.
Did they break it? I think it's all about like their communication, what the guy wants. I personally think she should team up with Eric on scenes. That's how you see it?
Yep.
For the rest of the year. And I think he'll be doing dang near the same thing because he is basically an Alshon prototype. He's super athletic, super long, super good.
It's so hard to do the same thing, though, when you have a top 5 player on your team. Like, I get it if, like, the level was so different, but Tyra's one of the best players in terms of females.
Mm-hmm.
And she's aggressive. She's very good. She has a very good 2E. She has a very good, just, like, roll shot and stuff, too. And she's very good defensively. So I don't know if I agree with the guy taking up so much of the court like that.
Mm-hmm.
Because there are some balls that just go past Alshon because they know to, like, put it down that line when he's poaching so much, but I don't know. I think it'll be really interesting to see, especially for Cape Coral, to see, like, how the world's going to respond to that. Because, like, for example, Anna Lee Waters' lob serve is a really good lob serve, but the world's going to catch on to it on how to return those and what to do back to it. But it's the fact that it's so new that the world doesn't know what to do against that actual shot.
Sure.
I think Cape Coral will really show us, like, if more guys implement that style versus if that style is very beatable now.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, if you're Hayden, you're watching that tape like 3-4 times that whole match and seeing what worked, what didn't.
Yep.
Like when to go behind him, what not. I personally, I'll go over the whole strategy as a whole. I think you got to think about Christian Alshon is probably, what, a 7-0, 6'9". Tyra's like a 6'3", so he's about 0.6 higher duper. So that would be like with you playing with like a 3-4 chick. If you're playing with a 3-4 chick in a mixed doubles tournament, how much court do you want to be taking?
I mean, I
80% probably?
Like, I get that, but it's like Anna Lee's a 6'8" or 6'9" or something. Ben Johns like a 7'3", but he's still, I don't know. I can see both sides. I just don't. But then at that point is like, well, why don't you just go play men's singles?
I know, isn't that crazy? He's basically playing the whole court. I think it's a smart strategy. I could see, obviously, if you're 50-50, like if you're actually the same skill level as the girl, I don't think it makes sense at all. But I think if the male is truly that much better, like 0.5 duper or higher better, I think it makes all the sense in the world for them to be really in control of the entire match. And maybe not over 90% like Christian. No one's that athletic at below a 5-0 level, I don't think. But to take over 75-80% of the court maybe on like drops, drives, be in full control, because then you can put the match in your hands instead of letting them beat your partner, right? In a tournament setting.
Yeah.
Open play, stuff like that, rec games, I don't think I would ever want to see that. I don't think it's that competitive to do that.
I'm very curious to see how the world's going to react if a lot more males do it, because I feel like a lot of females are going to be pretty pissed off that they just don't get to play.
Mm-hmm.
You know, eventually it's probably not going to be fun for a lot of these ladies out there. So I'm very curious to see if this does continue, if many of these ladies just stop playing mixed.
Maybe.
Because of that. So I don't know. It'll be interesting to see where this goes. I have no idea. But then, like, I don't know. It's fun seeing Alshon on the right side and being in his spot with Hayden, you know, because I think Alshon sometimes is a little arrogant, and sometimes he takes a few of the balls that Hayden should be putting away, but he's such an alpha player that he wants to be in the battle too.
Yeah.
So
I'll put one example out there. So I played in our own tournament, mixed doubles, recently, probably like 4 or 5 months ago. My partner was really good, but she was definitely being targeted extremely heavily in the final. So we made the final, which is great. I didn't see very many balls, and we got stuck on. So I think we won the first set, lost the second. Then we were stuck on 0 forever in the third set. I was just not seeing a ball. And it was really frustrating for me because it was like, I'm not playing. Like, I could have literally just sat on the fence and So in that circumstances, like I almost want to insert myself in the game by taking 80% of court, or else I'm not going to see a ball, right? So it's almost like the opposite, viewpoint of the chick not getting much play because the guy's taking over too much. I was the opposite, whereas a new partnership, I didn't want to do that. So I was kind of playing my role of just like 50-50. And again, she was really good. So I was trusting her, but we weren't getting up to the net, and we were just kind of like stagnant. So in that circumstance, like I would want to try to do something different if we're just stuck for a while. And eventually what happened is we flipped, and she started playing left.
Yep.
And it started working. So it was just kind of interesting because then she got a lot of forehand returns instead of backhand.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think it's a very smart strategy in a tournament, in my opinion, for the guy to be taking a lot of the court if they're capable. Now, here's another thing to keep in mind. It was an indoor tournament for Christian.
Yeah.
You're not playing in 90-degree blazing heat.
You can't hang on.
There's no way. Even in indoors, that guy was sweating. I think he changed 3 shirts.
He changed shirts a lot. He just sweats a ton. Anyways.
He sweats a lot. Like, I don't think he would have done that same thing in Florida, like 95-degree heat. There's no way he could have kept up that kind of endurance. So I think being indoors, I think maybe their strategy was even changed a little bit. So that could have been the case too.
Yeah, that's a good point.
More controlled environment. Cooler.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how Alshon and Rohrbacher play together.
Yeah.
Very curious about that.
She's really good at defense, too.
She is.
Like, it's a perfect partner for him. They should make the finals, at least the semis. I mean, he's playing unbelievable. When you play a tournament, or just in general, if you're playing, does it frustrate you when you see the other guy doing it?
Yes, it does.
Why?
It depends how often he's doing it and how much he's doing it, because I don't know. I feel like I want to beat both players and not just one. Like it's really frustrating to me, feeling like I'm playing 2 versus 1, and then like I start feeling bad for the other partner, and I'm just like, well, like I'm at a level that like it doesn't really matter. Like at the end of the day, if I win a game or not, I'm not a pro player, so like as long as I'm having fun, I want to make sure other people on the court are having fun too, right? Like I don't want to mid game just start talking shit about or to someone and just make them feel bad and make them be like if they miss a shot, be like, you suck, or like stop playing or something, right? Like, because at the end of the day, it's like, well, we're all amateurs, or for me at least. Like, I'm an amateur player. I'm just really here to just compete, have fun, but then like go to my full-time job the next Monday, right? So I think it's a little frustrating, especially like when they think that they're so good and they keep doing it, but I don't know. That's just my opinion, I guess. I don't know.
So you get kind of emotionally invested where you're kind of thinking, you're feeling bad for the person that's not taking the balls.
Oh, yeah. Well, I want to just win even more, too. So it kind of lights a fire under me.
It kind of feels better to beat those kind of people.
Oh,
though.
1,000%.
You know what I mean?
1,000%.
Yeah.
You know?
It's like, you want to take that much to court? Okay, then I'm going to beat you.
Yeah. Like, how about you? Like, at the PPA qualifiers, you played against a team that did that.
And this was men's doubles.
It was actually mixed, too.
Oh, you're talking about Muad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's not name names here, but
well, he deserves it because he absolutely obliterated my team. By the way.
Okay.
We got crushed.
Yep. So like he took up 90% of the court.
Yeah. He's a monster.
He is a monster. I mean, he's very tall. He's very lanky. He's very good. But like,
very good.
What was running through your head during that?
Man, it was the same circumstance as the other tournament where like every single one of their returns was going to my partner, and her drops were they're actually pretty good. The problem is he was so athletic and so good that he would, push us back and keep us back.
Yeah.
We scored 0 points in the second set. We got pickled, and I think I want to go back and watch this tape. I think we had over 15 side outs. So we had probably 30 serves.
Yeah, you guys weren't good that game, respectfully.
I hit, of those 30 returns, I probably hit 2, 3, 4, maybe. And of those 4, I probably went over the 80%. And, it's like, why would you ever return to me or the better player? Why would you not return to the worst player? Because then you're going to get set up better, right?
Sure.
So, and he, like, from my perspective and him taking over most of the court, that was extremely smart on his part. He's super athletic. He could do it. He's a very powerful, very aggressive player. And he was eating us alive.
Yeah.
And it was working. So if he didn't do that, we probably would have scored points and made it a closer game. And you want to win.
Strategy.
Yeah, 100%.
I get it.
And I was returning every single ball to not him, or I was returning, trying to get to his backhand because he was poaching over so much. But from my perspective, I never got frustrated once during that match, and I understand how good he was and that he was capable of doing that, and it was working for them.
Sure.
So I was like, keep doing it.
That makes sense.
Right? So I think it was a very good strategy on their part for sure. And yeah, I think that's kind of like the art to it is that you can, like, the guy can really be in control. So even if they come over 75, 80%, they can either speed up off the bounce or in the air, and then they're right in front.
If you had 2 alpha players playing like that, let's say
what's weird is that Alshon's played right in men's.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
But let's say there's 2 Christian Alshons, 2 clones of Christian, right? He's playing literally against, or like him and Ben were playing, and they were taking 90%.
Wait, they're on the same team?
Separate. They were going against each other.
Going against each other. Okay.
Why? Okay, let's do this. Christian and Tyra playing Annalie and Ben.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why wouldn't you just play men's singles? No, seriously. I mean, besides the part that like Tyra or Annalie will back them up a little bit, but it's really just, do you think it's who's the better guy or who's more impactful for a female?
That's a really good question, actually. Since the guy is taking more court and more shots, I would say the better guy.
Or do you think it's who's a better female?
It's not like they're taking literally every shot, right? So the female is still hitting a good amount of shots. You'd actually be surprised that, I think if you watch that back, on how many rallies were cross-court dinks between the girls as well. So their dinks have to be spot on, especially with how much they're poaching the guy.
Yeah.
Those have to be so cross-court. They can't go over the middle like at all, or else Christian is just going to freaking speed that thing up and probably win that point. So I think it's a mix. I think probably the stronger guy wins that.
So do you think mixed doubles will turn into men's singles pretty soon?
Yeah.
So why can't Hunter Johnson be as alpha as Christian Alshon? Just because he's more of a singles player and not a doubles?
I just don't think his hands are at the level of them.
So you think it's all about hands?
I think like reaction time and hands, because they're speeding so much up in front of them, and they're basically their whole ideology is I'm going to beat whoever the heck you two are. I'm going to beat you by myself, basically.
So why don't you think Gabe Tardio plays like that?
It's a good question.
If it's mainly about hands.
I don't know. I haven't honestly watched him in mixed a lot.
Because even Hayden.
So I'd have to watch. Like,
even
how he
Hayden
plays.
doesn't really play like that with Anna Bright.
Yeah.
He takes maybe 75% of the court, but not as much as Alshon.
That is interesting. I don't know. Maybe he'll start doing it.
Maybe he will. I have no idea. So like I said, I'm very curious to see if the world will start picking it up.
We need PV Vision to analyze truly, not just us visually seeing it, but truly how much court they're taking throughout a match. Wouldn't that be really funny? Like, Christian Alshon's taking up 84.2%, Hayden 78.5 or something. That would be cool to see.
Yeah. This is going to be... I'm interested. I can't wait to see Cape Coral because...
Yeah, Cape Coral would be a lot of fun. That venue is also freaking awesome.
Maybe we should go.
I went last year, so you missed out. Did we know each other at this point last year? We probably did. When'd you start?
Oh, yes, we did. Yes, we did. Yes, we did.
So I've known you for just over a year.
About a year and a half.
Dang, it's too long, man. It's too long. Been stuck with this guy. You could have. I stayed with Jake Bendixson.
Oh, yeah, you played with him.
Mm-hmm. Super fun. He got...
You know, he texted us the other day and we didn't respond.
Did he? Oh, about the pod?
Yeah.
I think we did, didn't we?
No, we haven't.
Oh.
Sorry, Jake.
I'm sorry, Jakey. We'll get to you. He wore a backwards hat in Florida, and I swear to God, this guy did not put on sunscreen.
Yeah.
He took off his hat. You know how there's an opening in the hat? It was a perfect semicircle of red, separate from his initial red spot here. It looks so bad. And it was so funny to look at. I'm like, my guy, have you ever heard of sunscreen?
Bendy.
Put up a overlay of our picture. Me making fun of him is stupid right now because of being a hypocrite because I got extremely burnt as well.
You did.
But I'm also very white. So.
I remember that.
Yeah, it was not good.
Do you have an overlay of the picture? Do you have a picture?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You guys will see how red we both are. Our white asses in Florida. We don't deserve that state, man. Me and him don't deserve any state that's really hot. We need to stay away from, really, to maintain our skin level. Not good. So yeah, I mean, I think that really covers a lot of mixed doubles, our thoughts, overall strategy behind it. A lot of people think I think in their heads they go, oh, why don't you go, if the guys stretch over that far, why don't you go behind it? It's because people like Alshon, Omrick, they read your shot so well that they kind of know you're going there before you even hit the ball. So it's really tough to do that, especially with how athletic they both are. I remember there's some balls where they tried to get to Christian's backhand and he got there and he smacked it. I'm like, how in the world did he just get there?
He's fast.
He's so fast and he anticipates so well. It's just like Ben Johns. Their anticipation is on a different planet. And it's super impressive to watch.
Yeah. I mean, very athletic. So.
Mm-hmm. Super athletic.
Let's move on to our next topic.
Our next topic is some paddle buzz. Bzz. You're not going to do the buzz?
I was trying to calculate how much time we had left
Bzz.
to make sure we were on schedule, and we're looking pretty good.
Oh, we're looking really good. So the Paddletek Reserve Honeyfoam coming out for $250.
It already came out.
Sorry, I keep saying that. It came out for $250. I think on their website they're already sold out of the 16 millimeter. They just have the 14 left. Their first foam paddle ever.
Yeah.
And
do you think foam is the future?
Yeah.
You think so?
It's already here. It is. It's the present.
I wouldn't say it's the future.
I would say it's the present.
I wouldn't say it's the present either. There's far more honeycomb paddles.
Boomstick, the Inferno, the new Honolulu that came out. Actually, they've come out with two that are all foam.
I'm not saying that they're all foam. I'm just saying that right now most people play with non-foam paddles.
Really?
I would say a majority of people play with non-foam Gen 2, Gen 3 paddles.
Are you talking about high-level players or low-level or anyone?
How many pro players play with a foam paddle?
That's a really good question.
Jay DeValier plays with the Opal.
That's all foam. Yep.
There's a few people that play with the Boomstick.
Yep.
But who else does?
I mean, Yola hasn't come out with the foam paddle, so that's kind of unfair. And I mean, I swear to God, half the pros are all Yola. They have an insane roster. I
mean, Yola is the top of the game for paddles.
And Franklin doesn't have foam either.
Yeah, well.
So their paddles are solid. I don't know. So you don't think foam is the future. So do you think it's going to peter out? Is that what you're saying?
I don't think it's not the future. I think it's not the present right now.
Okay.
I don't think there's been enough testing to see, like, for example, why don't more people play with a Loco? Maybe it's because it's not UPA.
Foam?
Yeah. Maybe it's because it's not UPA approved. But
you see a good amount of Locos out there.
We're like, not that's amateur level. I'm talking about pro level. Or like
it's not bread and butter. You have to pay for a paddle to be approved.
So let's talk about the Inferno. Why do
Same
more
thing.
players it is UPAA approved?
I guess, but is it on the pro list?
Correct, it is.
It is.
Yes. So if Roscoe Bellamy wanted to play with it, he could, but he's playing with a Canon.
Canon. Interesting.
You know?
That's a really good question.
So
I do think the Inferno has the upper echelon of power, so I think maybe pros want more of that control aspect.
Okay.
So the Canon's a little more control oriented, even though it's still a power paddle. Maybe that's it.
Maybe.
I don't know. I played with the Inferno in singles a little bit, and I thought it was really tough to control. I almost like the Canon more for singles, so maybe that's his kind of
Canon for singles.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah. I guess. I don't know. If I could control, nice one.
Thank you.
If I could control that kind of power, I would like it a lot because the grid is insane on that. I do think foam's the future. I mean, there's so many different kinds of foams that are coming out too that companies are really, R&Ding and developing and researching on those things. I think it's for sure the future. It's not a question in my mind. So we differ on that. Is it the present? Yeah, we'll see. Apparently the Pro 5 is not foam, which is really interesting to me. But a huge thing with foam is that it doesn't delaminate.
Yes.
And that's just absolutely massive because that's been an epidemic for dang near 2 years now with honeycomb and core crushing. So that is one really good thing. Any thoughts on foam? Any more thoughts?
I think foam.
You just think like the feel for pros, like they don't like it?
I think foam is the future. I think that we're not at a stage ready. I think right now it's a lot of like testing, trial and error, and seeing what's working and what's not. Like the True Foam Genesis was a really good paddle. Same with the Waves. Like that was kind of like the entryway into foam. But I feel like both of those were kind of failures in terms of like, well, where do we want to go down that path? Like, do we want to have a paddle that's hot like the Boomstick and Inferno, like hot off the face?
Mm-hmm.
Or do we want something a little more like the Opal, where it's a little softer feel, So I don't actually know. Do you think foam paddles need more break-in period?
Could be. I don't know. I ordered one, so I'll be getting the Inferno on next Thursday. I think the ship date is.
That's when it gets here?
Yep. The Blue Blaze Inferno. So excited. That'll be my main paddle.
For about a month?
For 1 month. Hey, I stuck with the Agassi for a couple months there. It'll be my paddle for a long time. The Inferno, the Brian Minks Inferno was the best paddle I've ever used. Ever.
That was
the sweet spot is the entire paddle.
But I think it was
unbelievable power.
It's so broken in, that's why.
Maybe. But that thing had everything and to the absolute max, like perfect specs. Like the grit was insane. I played within the PPA doubles and I loved it. So, actually I didn't play with it in pro qualies, but I did in Moneyball and 5-0. The Franklin Aurelius is coming out March 1st. That'll be Annalise paddle, only $230.
I actually
reasonable.
Want to try Franklin. Like a C40, like the Hayden Patchquin.
Talk to Stephen Will.
Yeah.
He's got 3 of them.
I do want to try like Hayden Patchquin's signature paddle.
That would be sweet. That would be fun to toy around with.
I actually think Franklin's getting kind of a step up on paddles now.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not sure if it's because of the signature paddles from like pros, but I tried the C45. It actually felt pretty good. Like the one that we have for demo.
Yeah.
So I think it needs a lot of weight, but I think it's a pretty solid paddle. So we'll see. Maybe I'll rip it around.
I mean, Steven himself said that the latest one he got, he puts no weight on it.
Only thing,
which is crazy because I feel like any paddle I want to put on weight right away.
The only concern is that there have been studies that the C45 after about 100 uses, I think. The grit has dropped about 20%.
Don't you think that's standard across all paddles? Or do you think that's
No.
more?
Well, there's still a lot of testing, but the Loco and the C45 were part of that study.
Really?
And then like the new paddle, the 11624, that one dropped like 2%.
Oh, interesting. Because they have a new kind of grit.
Yeah, I think it's called permagrit or something.
Permagrit.
So I have no idea. I think that it's going to be crazy, the paddle technology in the next year or two. See how they do it with different types of grittiness. Gritty.
If you have a paddle that never depreciates on grit and its foam, you could use that thing for like 5 years, right?
Yeah, you certainly could.
Isn't that insane? Until I guess the foam breaks down. I don't know how that all works.
Or
but
do you think that they should sell spray on grit? That's legal. Like if you could just have like a little container, just spray it on before a tournament.
That could get really tricky.
It could get really tricky.
I think for pros, since they do paddle testing, you could absolutely do that because then you'd have to fail some paddles if it was too gritty. For amateur, that's
For amateur, you could just cheat anyway.
Exactly. Well, yeah, you could.
There really is no way to test
unless you have a
grit.
referee.
Yeah, there's no way to test grit for amateur levels unless you have a ref.
Yes, correct. That's a good point.
But if I had a cheating paddle,
put on pine tar,
illegal paddle, yeah. If I put on pine tar, you wouldn't know.
No,
So,
absolutely not.
You would have no, because you can't really tell the spin in a game. You just think I'm insanely good.
It's like, is this guy like a 4-1 dude? 4117 dude? The Roman Fom?
I am. I'm not a 4-0 anymore.
No, you're not. You've stepped up your game.
4-1. Big boy pants on.
Yes, sir.
All right, what's HIT?
HIT, new paddle coming out. So they
high intensity interval training.
Yes.
HIT.
HIT.
Sit up.
Super Bowl tomorrow. Seahawks or Pats, real quick.
Seahawks.
Score.
You want to bet?
No, because I want to take the Seahawks too.
Okay.
We could bet on like over under. Do you want to take Seahawks at 4.5?
24-14.
Okay. So I'll make a bet with you that I'll take Patriots plus 4.5 because that's the official line right now. I think it'll be closer than 5. And you think it's going to be a blowout, 10 points.
Yes.
I'll go Seahawks. I think it's going to be pretty low scoring because I think the run game for both teams is going to be low. I'm going to go 23.
Yeah, slinging Sammy Darnold, though.
23-19. A lot of field goals.
23-19.
Jason Myers, shout out. 23-19, Seahawks.
19 is an awkward number.
Yep, it's a lot of field goals. 4 field goals and a touchdown.
That's crazy. That's a lot.
A lot of field goals.
All right. Anyways, HIT.
So this company is co-founded by Tfue. Do you know who Tfue is? Fortnite streamer?
Oh my God. This has got to be a joke.
It's not a joke.
Tfue.
Yeah. Yeah, the one and only.
I'm not a big Tfue fan.
Really?
I'm not.
Okay, so you're not a HIT fan.
No.
Okay. Well, HIT Pickleball is going to be releasing a paddle here. I've seen it in person. And the reason I saw it in person is because someone at Pints and Paddle that was playing there caught Hunter Johnson's paddle after he threw it in the crowd.
I heard
after winning finals.
They were at Pints?
Yes, they showed me it. I have a picture of it, actually. I will provide an overlay, if I have it, I believe I do, on the screen now. The handle is extremely long. It's actually, here it is. It's a weird shape. Like the face isn't elongated. It's actually shorter, and the handle is gigantic.
No way this paddle's called hand cannon.
Apparently, it's called the hand cannon. You've heard it first. We just released breaking news: the HIT hand cannon coming to you.
Are they a
exclusively.
Regular that want it or that got it?
Yeah, I think I've seen him before.
Okay.
Super cool though. I mean, he caught it, which is insane. The handle, I think, is around boomstick level, which I don't really love, but
5.5 inches.
6.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, it's a lot. Sizable. And so I don't think, like, personally, I would probably really like it for singles just because of the whip, but for doubles with that long of a handle, I don't think I would like it a lot. Anyway, it looks like a pretty solid paddle in my opinion. And we'll see if hit actually is a mainstay or if they die out really quickly. Because there's a lot of freaking paddle companies nowadays.
Yeah, there's a ton.
It's too many.
I don't know
Honolulu,
how some
you
of
got
them
Bread and Butter, Luz.
I don't know how some of them are still in business.
It's crazy. Yeah.
It's not easy to sell paddles.
No. With how many there are nowadays. And like, for example, like a company like Luz who's making really good paddles, like it's tough to, break out with a better paddle. Like that paddles, their paddles are
tough.
Unbelievable.
Like what puts them apart?
Exactly. Exactly. I don't know. So yeah, hits. Let me get back here to the programmer. So the new Boomstick colorway came out. Did you see that limited edition? What do you think? The Summit?
I think it's pretty cool.
I think it's sick.
I don't love it.
Okay.
I think it's.
Do you like the original OG?
I do like the OG. I love black and red together. I think this one would look good if it was like a navy or something, or there was a little more contrast or something.
I don't mind that actually. I like that take.
Or like a little more the neon green, like a little accent colors or something. But it just seems like a too light of a color.
Okay.
In general.
Doesn't stand out enough, yeah, the contrast. I get that. It's still pretty sick. We'll try to put an overlay for you guys here on that new colorway. We have it at Pints. It looks pretty sick, in my opinion. I really like it. And then we have the Pro 5 coming out March 3rd officially. Federico Staxerud, a.k.a. Federico Staxerud, is officially going to have a signature paddle. Breaking news.
Yes.
Super cool. Good for him. He really has deserved it for a very long time. He was number 1 in the world in singles. Just a top 5 player. And if you've reached that status, you should have your own paddle. He will have the 16 millimeter Cosmos new shape coming to Yola.
Yep.
They're getting rid of the Magnus. And Tyson will have his signature being the 14 of the Cosmos. Pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff. Very excited for that paddle to come out. Again, we do not believe it will be foam. Apparently, there will be some kind of new technology with it. I don't know what it's called yet. I actually did hear of it, but I can't remember the name. So I'm not going to talk about it. But regardless, any Yola big release, they always hit.
I mean, they're the number 1 paddle.
They're unbelievable
in the market.
They never miss.
And then when you see someone else playing with it and they beat you in the tournament and you're like, wow, I should try that paddle. And then when you also see Ben Johns playing with it, I don't think Ben Johns pushes sales nearly as much as other people in the community. Because when you see people in the community having it, then it's like, oh, well, I should try out that paddle. And then it feels good and they buy it. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Perseus shape is definitely the best of the colorways. I think it's just because it's the most standard colorway. They have not missed on a release maybe ever since their Gen 1 paddle that was super popular. Their 3S to me was probably the worst release for them. However, I think it's the most underrated paddle of all time. That still, pound for pound, might be my favorite paddle ever. I played really well with that thing, and I loved it. So, yeah, Yola with the Pro 5, very excited to get those in stock. Hope they look sick. Mm-hmm. I haven't seen the look of them at all yet. You haven't either? You haven't seen anything? So, we'll see. All right. So, that's pretty much it for paddle bzz, buzz. So, move on to some PPA news here. Did you see that Anna Lee was on the Pat McAfee Show?
I did see that. I don't know what to think about it.
I think it's massive.
I think it's pretty cool.
That show gets, I think, between 300 and 500,000 live views.
Yeah.
Every time.
That's crazy.
That's huge. And like for pop culture, like everyone who is under, I would say, probably age of 35, 40 knows who Pat McAfee is and knows that show and watches. Highlights come up on my freaking feed all the time. And for her to be on that show and taking advantage of that and pushing pickleball, like she is doing so much, man.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that.
She's doing a ton for the sport.
Oh, it's unbelievable. Like that's a perfect show right now. That's just taken off, and that's huge. She had one rally with Pat, and it was kind of funny. he was pushing her all over, and like she's wearing like sweats. I'm like, geez. Then she hits a nasty two-way right over the desk. That was kind of funny to watch.
She should have bagged it. I'd have died. If
that would have been awesome. That would have been so fun. And then she gave out customized paddles. It was pretty awesome. So good on her for being on that show. She's doing so much for the sport. Really pushing pickleball to the limits here. Signing with Nike and all that, which is awesome. We got MLP Trades.
Yep.
So for those of you big time pickleball news people who follow MLP, I think, first of all, let me get your thoughts super quick on MLP. I want to hear from you directly. What do you follow it? Do you not care? You don't follow it at all. Okay.
Not at all. I don't even watch it.
You love team sports though, and this is the only team aspect of pickleball.
That's why I think it's really cool, is because there are trades and team camaraderie, like that type of stuff. I think it's a cool concept.
New partnerships too.
Yeah, I think it's fun seeing new partners, but I just don't watch it. I don't know, but I also like they're not in season right now, right?
No.
Yeah, so I never really even watched pro pickleball until like recently, anyways. So.
Are you going to watch MLP? Are you intrigued by it?
Yeah, I'm intrigued. It's hard for me to sit down for the full day and watch it, or whenever they play. So I don't know how their tournaments work. It was really nice having PPA in Minnesota so I could actually understand how the tournament works, because I didn't really quite understand that. Oh, it's Monday qualifiers, Tuesday round of 64, round of 32, round 16, and then so on. I had no idea that's how the structure actually worked. So that's why, like, okay, now I'm a lot more invested in future PPA tournaments, because I know what day I'm expecting for it to be on Pickleball TV and that sort of stuff. So I'll definitely watch. I haven't yet. So.
Okay. I feel like you're gonna get invested.
Maybe.
But you're gonna have to have like a favorite team, right?
Yeah.
So Columbus Sliders won last year.
I think my favorite team.
So who are some of your favorite pros? To ask you, all those guys.
It would be, I think, Hayden Patriquin and Anna Bray. I forgot what team they're on.
Shock.
That's what it is. That's my favorite.
Fahey.
Yep.
And Tardio.
Yep. So those are
a team,
three of my favorite players. So
how in the world did Gabe and Hayden ever lose?
I don't know.
That team is goated.
I mean, you got a good left side player and an insane right side player.
And also, how in the world did the Shock ever lose in general? They also have Anna Bright on their team. That's guaranteed like 2 wins right there, men's and mixed.
Kate Fahey playing women's on the left side is really interesting to me. Does she even do that?
In women's?
Yeah.
Well, Anna would be playing left for sure.
Oh, Anna plays left.
I would imagine so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
I obviously Fahey getting better and better. That'll work out. We should, before the season, we should make like predictions and stuff. We should have like a prediction special. That'd be fun. I mean, I'm going to pick the Shock to win, even though they got upset last year. But
nope, that's already my pick. Sorry.
That is your pick. Well, I'll have to go with someone else. I think, we were just talking about going to a PPA event in general.
Yeah.
Should we go to an MLP one?
I was literally looking up the schedule earlier. There's no Vegas ones. So I guess that doesn't really answer the question.
Are you kidding me?
No. Well, I saw that Roscoe Bellamy was on a Vegas team, and I was like, I didn't know they had one. So, and it doesn't start until May, and I would like to go. Honestly, I would like to go in the next month.
You really have.
I'm very
itch right now.
I'm very impulsive.
You have a fever.
I am not sick, but I am impulsive.
Yes, you are mentally sick.
I guess
you were sick in the head.
I guess so.
For some pickleball. So what are their stops for MLP? Do you want to go over that really quick?
Yep. It is Dallas, Columbus, Ohio, St. Louis, Austin, St. Petersburg, Florida, New York, Grand Rapids, Michigan, Newport Beach, Chicago. Ooh, Chicago.
Day trip?
A day trip. A 6-hour day trip.
Yes.
No.
Oh, okay.
Walt Disney World,
Okay.
Dallas, Texas, San Diego, California, and New York, New York.
So 3 stops in New York. Do we just send it to New York one day? Go visit Times Square?
I've never been there.
You've never been to New York City?
No, I have, but
Okay.
I don't count when I'm 6 years old with my family, and I don't remember anything.
Dude, holy crap. New York City is unbelievable. The concrete jungle. How about we should just commit to one MLP stop.
Okay, Chicago. That would
Okay.
be easy.
I can do Chicago.
6 hours
The
away.
Bean?
The Bean.
Mm-hmm. And the Willis Tower.
Well, we should find a PPA event first, and then we'll do this.
Would you be scared? So what I did in the Willis Tower is we went up to the very top floor, and then they have ledges.
I hate heights.
Would you ever step out on the glass ledge
Hell
knowing
no.
it's 100% safe?
Hell no.
Actually?
No.
It's 100%. You cannot fall through.
I will not.
Why not?
Because I don't trust 100% safe like that.
It's a 100%
There's
safe.
always some sort of percent that it could go wrong.
There's no
And it's
percent.
not worth risking my life.
You're not risking your life. It's
Do you like
100%.
roller coasters?
Yeah, I love roller
Hell
coasters.
no.
You don't like roller coasters?
Hell no.
You're a safe guy. Safety first.
I like to be on the ground.
Were you on the safety patrol in middle school? Were you the guy?
Were
you the guard?
crossing guard?
Yeah.
I was. I was.
We need an overlay of a crossing guard, just Photoshop Roman's mom's face on it. That would be hysterical. We need that picture everywhere.
That has nothing to do with heights, first of all, but I was.
Safety, man.
I do like safety.
Yes,
I
you
like
do.
it when my feet are on the ground. I don't even love flying.
Really?
I don't hate flying. I'm not scared of flying, but I would much rather have my feet on the ground.
Are you more scared of roller coasters or airplanes?
Roller coasters. 1,000,000,000,000%.
Really?
Yeah. I will not go on a roller coaster.
What about cruise ships?
I don't mind cruise ships.
Okay.
I don't like being on top of the water either.
This guy's
But-
scared of everything.
I'm not scared. if I had the preference, I'd rather
If you
be
stood
the
up on
ground.
this table, would you be scared?
I wouldn't be scared. If I went on the roof of my house, I would be a little nervous.
Really?
I don't like looking over cliffs either. Like if we're
Really?
at a cliff, I won't look over unless I'm like laying down.
Okay.
crawling
That's
out.
interesting.
Because there's a chance that you just might all of a sudden black out and pass out, and then you might just fall.
No, there's no chance.
There is a chance.
No.
There is a chance.
No.
There is a chance.
I'm not kidding you. In my life, I'm like the exact opposite of you. I've never thought those thoughts ever in my life.
Well, there's the
That's
reality
interesting.
of it. Let's say you're looking over, like, let's say this is like a mountain cliff, right? You're standing on the desk and
Yeah.
you're looking over,
Yeah?
and like 20% of your body weight is over, just your head, right?
Okay.
And then let's just say like you have a heart attack,
That's not going to happen.
or you just pass out all of a sudden
Nah.
because you get lightheaded and
Nah.
you pass out.
No.
How do you know?
It's not going to happen because I'm confident in myself.
Okay, well,
But
I'm
I'm not gonna
confident in
pass
myself
out.
too, but the reality is that's how life goes.
That's probably gonna happen to me. now you say that.
That's all I'm saying is like I
It's
don't
like,
I don't think it will happen, but like it might.
have you watched the Alex
Brewers.
Honnold?
Oh yes, I have. Oh,
Does that scare you to absolute smithereens?
It doesn't scare me, like, because I'm not doing it.
Because you're not doing
but
it?
I would never. I wouldn't even climb up my roof, up my house without a ladder.
He just climbed up Taipei 101.
I know,
What a freak.
it's crazy.
That guy's insane. That documentary, the Yosemite one, was
I loved it.
sincerely one of the coolest things I've ever seen.
I've watched it so many times.
Oh, dude. I was so locked in for that. That was such a cool special.
Okay, well,
Thank
back
you,
to the regular programming.
Regular programming.
What are we on? Hit.
So we're on MLP Trades. So Tina Pisnik, this is actually a pretty good one. Pretty big one. She was traded to the Palm Beach Royals, the brand new team that now features her and Sophia Sewing. I think that's how you pronounce it. That's a new team that is in MLP now. And then Alex Truong was traded back to Miami for another chick. Now, honestly, Alex is a really good upcoming. She's played with Fed Saxerud in Minnesota. She's very good. Tina is very good. So those are some pretty big trades, I think. Miami has a really good squad. I think they have Eric on scenes,
Sure.
if I'm mistaken. So they have a pretty freaking good team.
Okay.
That might be your new team, Miami.
Nope.
Because you like on scenes, don't you?
I like Hayden way more.
Wow.
Hayden's my favorite.
Really?
Yeah.
Where's Gabe?
Top 5.
So if we go to an MLP event,
Yes.
you are going to buy a St. Louis Shock merch
Sure.
and rep that.
That's
That'll be your
fine.
favorite team.
That's
Okay,
fine.
that's cool. So if we go to an event, at least you now have a team to cheer for. I think that would be a lot of fun.
Okay.
I think you would have more fun than you
Wait,
think.
do all MLPs, do all teams compete at the event?
No. They have, it's basically like the
Regions,
NFL.
right?
They have bye weeks.
Okay.
Yeah. I think 2 throughout the year, I want to say. And I think you can see which teams are playing in which event. So we could see if St. Louis will be in Chicago.
Okay.
It'd be pretty cool.
I would assume they would because it's kind of local.
Yeah, it's close. So that'd be pretty fun to go to. Let's bring a squad out there. Let's bring Corey. Let's bring everyone.
No.
Yes.
Fine.
It'd be so fun. It'd be like legitimately be so fun to go. And pretty cheap if we go to Chicago. And then we have the PPA Cape Coral Open coming to you guys February 9th through the 15th, so starting a couple days here. It's an open, so it's only 1,000 points, much like the Minnesota one that just happened. But seems like all the top players are now playing in that event. Again, we have a few new partnerships, so very excited for those new ones. Rohrbacher and Alshon being one of them. Tyra's playing with Mo, which is pretty cool. So a couple new ones. And get that kicked off pretty soon. Do you have any bold upset predictions, anything like that?
No, but I'm looking up flights.
Wait, to where?
Cape Coral. Never mind, it's $600.
Yep. See ya.
Okay.
Later. And you don't get a free stay. No Las
free stay.
Vegas.
No free stay.
My gambling partner here. All right, so let's move on to the last segment, shall we?
Listener questions.
Listener question.
Listener
Unless you
questions
have-
brought to you by Ollie. Presented by DoorDash.
W-
Also brought to you by Ben Johns.
Can we say that legally if they're not a sponsor presented by DoorDash? Probably. We're
I
fine.
think you can say anything.
We're presented by Nike and Mr. Beast.
Mr. Beast.
Yep.
Feastables.
Feastables. Let's go. Those are actually
right.
pretty good. Have you had those?
No, I haven't.
Pretty good.
All right.
Go
Starting
ahead.
out. Listener question from Mr. David Kretsch.
Sup, Davey?
If Anna Lee, he also asked this about a month and a half ago, just so you know.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Well, this is a good time for it.
If Anna Lee and Ben Johns played in men's, how far do you think they would go? Semifinals.
Do you want to go first?
I just did semifinals.
Semifinals. What is your reasoning? Give me the backstory to this. What are your thoughts behind this? What seed would they be?
They would be the 3 seed.
Okay.
Who do you think would beat them?
Here, wait. I'm gonna check out her duper here, her actual duper. Who do you think? What?
Who do you think would beat them?
I think for sure.
Do you think they
Alshon.
would lose to Federico and CJ Klinger?
Yes, I do. She has a 6'8". Holy shit.
Do you
That's
think she
insane.
would lose
I didn't realize
to
she was that high.
Dylan Frazier and Eric Onsines?
I would pick Onsines and Frazier over them. Yes. So they, in my opinion,
So you're
think
saying they would get to like the quarterfinals?
it depends who they play in the quarterfinals. If they play a team like Onsines and Frazier, I think they lose. Yeah, like Fed and his partner, I think they probably lose. Obviously, Alshon, Patrick Quinn, Diascu, and Gabe, I guess if they're teamed up, since Gabe can't be with Ben. Like they would probably beat a team like Augie and Connor, who were the 8th seed in Minnesota. Now I know. Oh, J-Dub. They would lose to J-Dub and whoever the heck he's partnering with because he's insane. So it wouldn't be Fed and Klinger. It would be like CJ and Klinger. They're normal partners. Who is Fed even playing with
just
nowadays?
said CJ and Klinger?
Did I say CJ and Klinger?
I think so.
That's awesome. Let me look up. Who's Fed is normally playing with. I think they make. So you think they make the semis?
I think they.
You think they're the 3 seeds? So they would play theoretically what, the 6, 7 seeds, something like that.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I know. I'm still doing that. I gotta grow up, don't I? Man, Do you think the quarterfinals would go 3?
Yes.
And you think it would be a really close match?
I think they would Yes.
You just said they would lose?
I think they would lose in the semis.
They would lose in the semis. Okay, so
In two.
Let me bring up a team. Let's go Noy Cliff and Will Howells. Do you think they're beating them?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
What about Jay DeVilliers and whoever he's playing with? Let's say Pablo Tejas.
Oh, that's a good one. Yes.
You think they beat him?
Yes.
Okay.
I think Anna Lee is way better than you expect.
She is insane. She's absolutely she's goated.
I mean, it's not even close for mixed doubles, really. You get 1 or 2 good games, but it's not even really close.
I concur. I think they lose in the quarters if they play the 5th seed like a Frazier.
Okay, on average, how far do you think they would go? On average.
On average.
What would you expect? Quarters?
Semis, on average.
Okay, so we have the same answer.
It would probably be 50-50 between quarters and semis for me.
Yeah, sure.
But you would expect more semis.
I would expect more semis.
Okay. I mean, do you think they would make a final? I think they for sure could.
I think they could. I don't think they would consistently.
You don't think they would?
I'd say 1 out of 8 times.
Okay.
So.
Because they would be facing Gabe and Andre. They're not beating them, I don't think.
Yeah, that's tough.
J-Dub and Klinger, that's a really tough team.
Yeah.
Alshon and Patrick Quinn. I mean, those are kind of the top 3 teams. You probably don't think they're beating those teams very often.
I don't even think they'd beat you and I.
Do you think you and I could beat Anna Lee and Ben?
No.
We get pretty close.
We would
be like
get
8-8.
0 points.
We would.
I think total points, if you and I played Anna Lee and Ben.
In 5 games?
In 5 games, we would get 6 points total.
I think we would get less.
That's fair.
I think we would get 1 or 2 probably.
Oh, I guess they would sweep us in 3. Right?
Well, let's say we play 5 total games.
Okay, I'm going to say 4 points. 5 points. 5 points.
1 point a game?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'll take that.
You're very optimistic. I'm not so optimistic.
That's
I would
fair.
say 2 or 1.
That's fair. That sounds about right. So.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's kind of all we have for the listener question. Thank you very much, Kretschy. Appreciate you for sending that in, even though it was a month and a half ago. We're a little late to it.
Yes, thank you, Kretsch.
We got you. Send us any more questions in the comments, please. We're always listening for listener. That's not right.
I was looking out for listener questions.
We're looking out for listener questions at all times.
Yep.
We love them. Now, there isn't, a million questions out there, but there's a few really good ones. Like this one was a really, really good one, I think.
Yes. It's a good hypothetical one because you never really know. I think we should test it, or I wish they test it. I wish we had there's a pickleball game, isn't there? I think there is. I wish we could have like a simulator and we can simulate that. That'd be sick.
Oh, that would be pretty cool.
But all right. Thank you everyone for listening.
We could do the duper forecast.
We could. Let's do it. Let's do it after this.
Okay.
All right.
Perfect.
Well, thank you everyone for listening. It's a bit of a shorter pod just because we've had long ones in the previous weeks.
Yes.
I'm also feeling really tired right now. So as soon as I am done with this, I'm going to go lay down.
Going to go for nappy poo-poo?
I might have to. I'm so tired right now.
Nappy poo. Oh, Ollie.
All right. Anyways, make sure to check out our merch in the description below.
Appreciate you guys. We'll have all of our codes listed as well for Luz, all that.
Make sure to use our codes. Every single purchase helps support our channel. So if you want to keep seeing content like this, please use our codes and look at our merch. So yeah, other than that, we will see you guys next time.
Bye-bye. Later. Later, alligator, wow, crocodile, you know what I'm saying.